Assalamualaikum dan Islamic Chapter. My name is Muhammad ISMAIL and I'm from class 2 BINTI.
Assalamualaikum. My name is AZIMAH binti AZMAN with matrix number B0920100216. I am from class of 2 BMMH S101.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Muhammad AIMIZARITH bin Marizal dari kelas 2 BMH section 111.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is FATINI. My matrix number is B09201007.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AIMIZARITH bin Marizal and my matrix number is B0920100090. So this is objective for this lab. Objective number 1 is to compare the maximum temperature each surface reach for a given input power when in free convection. Number 2 is to show the link between power and temperature on the fin and pin heat transfer surface when in free convection. The introduction in free convection is when the heat transfer from the object under the influence of heat density change. The heat energy around the object cause the air density around the surface of the object to decrease. The reduced density air is more buoyant than the surrounding air and rises, transporting the heat energy away naturally. In normal conditions, gravity is the main force affecting buoyancy and therefore convection. However, where the object forms part of a rotating machine, centrifugal force can be driving force for convection. So next, the equipment for this lab is the main unit TD1005, flat plate, pin surface, the magnetic cover and versatile data acquisition system with us.
Switch off the heater. Firstly, remove the fan. Make sure the machine has been turned on. Then next step, turn on this machine. Okay, and then make sure you have installed this flat surface for free convection. And then connect this at heater. Connect the socket at heater. I have connect. Yeah. Turn on this machine and this power. Then set the power. 15. Okay.
Then
record the temperature 1, temperature 10, temperature 2 at the lab sheet. Okay, that's all.
Repeat the experiment for other heat transfer surface, fin and pin surface. Next, for table 2, repeat step 1 to 4 in fixed power experiment with pin or fin surface. Switch on the heater and set to 5 watts power and wait for the temperature to stabilize. Record the surface and elect temperature. Repeat for several more heater power as shown in result table. Stop before surface reach 95 Celsius.
So this is the result for this lab. The power is 15 watt. Heat transfer surface T1, T2. Surface TS degree Celsius 66 on flat plate. pin 55.2 and pin 43.6. For duct inlet, 25 degree on flat, pin 30 degree and pin 26. On different TS, the differences for plate is 41 degree, pin 25.2 degree and pin 17.6 degree. So this is power and temperature up to 50 watt pin type table. Then this is table 2, power and temperature up to 50 watt pin type.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad AIMAN bin ISMAIL. My metric number is B092010-266. So today I want to talk about the data analysis for the lab 3 free convection. So this is a graph of difference between temperature Ts minus Tin versus heat transfer surface. This is for the fixed power. As we can see, the flat plate has the higher difference between the temperature, and the fin type has the lowest temperature difference among these three surfaces. So this is the graph of difference versus power for pin type, and this is for the temperature power has been raised between 5 Celsius. As we can see, for the pin type, the highest temperature is 26.7 for the power of 50 watt. So this is a graph of difference versus power for pin type. As we can see, for the power of 50 watt, the highest temperature is 53.5, and we can conclude that pin type has the lowest temperature for 50 watt power than fin type.
So this is the graph of difference in temperature versus the power for fin type. The graph shows it is directly proportional. So for the discussion, create a stable chart for your result. Compare the result for each surface. Which surface create the highest temperature difference in free convection? What can you say about this surface? So the surface with the highest temperature differential in free convection is a flat plate. This is because the flat plate has greater exposed surface area than the pin and fin surface. As a result, the temperature may be swiftly raised, and reaching its maximum temperature takes less time. So here is the chart for the flat plate, pin and fin surface for heat transfer surface. So the results show that the flat surface becomes much hotter than pin surface and fin surface for the same power input. The flat surface created the highest temperature in free convection. The flat surface is least likely to transfer heat energy to surrounding air compared to fin surface and pin surface that have larger surface area.
This is discussion for this lab. Fixed power. Number 2. The answer is fin surface are used in air conditioning, heat pump, refrigeration industries, automotive and aerospace application. This is the graph of difference Ts minus Ta. The temperature is directly proportional to the power, and the graph temperature versus power is a straight line. As the power increase, the temperature also increase.
Assalamualaikum. My name is AZIMAH binti AZMAN with matrix number B09202216. So for the discussion for power temperature, give 2 suggestions on precaution steps that you can take to minimize the time to stabilize the surface temperature. Firstly, make sure check all electrical connection in good condition, and number 2, make sure there is enough airflow can enter through the top of machine in order to get stabilized surface temperature. For the conclusion, based on the data obtained, the flat surface has the maximum temperature when compared to the pin and fine surface when heat is applied. After applying heat to the surface, the pin surface recorded the lowest temperature. The pin surface has higher material volume than the flat surface when comparing the amount of materials. Hence, more heat must be conducted through the pin surface to raise the temperature. We can see from the statistic that the flat surface had the highest temperature when compared to the pin and fin surface. The pin and fin surface, on the other hand, has a bigger surface area and hence is more exposed to the surrounding air. As a result, there is a higher rate of the heat generation. So that's all for the lab 3. Thank you very much.